What's going on, guys? My name is Amith, and welcome to another war recap. This war we went up against, I have no idea, some Arabic clan. I don't know how they're in Iran. We came out with the victory, 58 to 47, pretty dominating, top to bottom. It was really good, especially compared to the last war. It was a little bit of a pick me up. This war's theme is going to be funneling. It's always nice to, touch on the basics and stuff like that. Last war we covered the CC killing and whatnot. So this war we're going to go into funneling. For the purposes of this, I broke funneling into three categories. Archer queen funneling, mainly with obviously queen walks. Wide funneling, where you clear off a huge section of the base, usually has kind of delayed troops. And then breadcrumb funneling, where you have a very small funnel, and then just a few buildings you leave up and troops get to head in. And then at the end, we will have a very special one, which is kind of different from everything else, but is definitely funneling for sure. And just remember, funneling is most often used in terms of troops entering the base, but funneling in a kind of broader sense and how I like to look at it is just getting your troops with the queen walks. So Ano is going to lead us off on number 2 here. And so he brings a couple minions there, and they get targeted by a bomb, and the surprise Tesla pops up. So all of that went badly, but this is a great example of why you always bring extra, especially on fresh hits, because things go wrong. There are a lot of unknowns. Got some extra minions, got that down just in time to Archer Queen takes out the gold storage, and then she doubles back and heads down. Some of those minions head in, get the clan castle lore. Not all of it though. Um, he thought it was all of it, but it wasn't. So there's a couple more. Um, Goes ahead, takes that out, uses a wall breaker, breaks in here to get that air defense. And as you can see here, we're going to pause. Here comes the rest of the CC right here. So you can see the Archer Queen. So the minions started the funnel up here to make the Queen go clockwise, and the Queen then created this whole side of the funnel right here. He's going to enter into this compartment here with the storages. So the Queen created one side of the funnel for the kill squad, after the minions created the funnel for the Queen. And unfortunately, two new level 7 loons there get a bomb drop off, and that's the end of the Queen. So down comes a golem to tank, and the king takes off that army camp. Army camps are excellent to funnel off of 5x5 spaces. So big, so easy. And the queen did one side, the king smacked an army camp, did the other side, and everything heads in. So there's probably the most common type of funneling that you're going to see, especially at Town Hall 10 and 11, but it's very common at Town Hall 9, which I'll show later as well. Queen walk, it's known as a closed queen walk. She walks, she creates one side of the funnel, she joins up with the main kill squad, and it less troops kind of invested, and you're accomplishing obviously other objectives with the queen walk as well. So unfortunately, he lost his queen there, but she did accomplish everything that she needed to accomplish. She got the CC, she created the funnel, and unfortunately she died, but she did her job. Up next, let's see, we're dropping down to number 7, if I can read my writing correctly, to Monster Sauce. And you're going to see the same sort of similar thing here, but in this one, he just lets the queen do her thing. She naturally just works her way into the corner and creates her own funnel off that army camp. Like I said, army camps are great. They're huge. The queen only has a vision of, I believe it's 8 tiles if I remember correctly. So the army camp being 5x5 eliminates a lot there. Goes ahead and drops a hog to lure the CC out. Poisons, kills the loon. Baby dragon comes down here at about 6 o'clock to go ahead and work on the funnel a little bit more. And then the queen kind of works her way back and into that corner, and she just keeps creating the funnel all on her own for the kill squad. Down comes the king, he smacks the army camp, And then the only thing left up is these, what is that, a barracks and an elixir collector right there. The queen cleared out all to the left, the king and that baby dragon cleared out all to the right. So because the funnel is so wide, the troops have nothing to do but go in. So when you created a nice funnel like that, it saves on a golem. So if you guys can do this, I definitely recommend it because you don't have to drop a golem. It saves on true spaves. You can bring more hogs, valks, whatever the main part of your attack is. You can bring more of it. Golems are awesome, don't get me wrong. But definitely at the Town Hall 10 level, you start to get away from golems. Because honestly, aside from funneling, they're mostly, I hate to say it, but they're a waste of troop space. So at 9, they're still valuable. But Valks get such a big buff in HP and DPS that as long as you can create the funnel, the Valks will make their way into the base. Hope that was clear. I don't know, I might get some disagreement on that. But so unfortunately, though, his entire kill squad died out to a lot of bombs there, and he just goes ahead and finishes it up there. Moving on to 13, where we get to show our last Town Hall 9 Queen Walk. Give you guys 3 examples here. Let's see, where does he start? So he starts with a bunch of minions. Minions are awesome for funneling. They're super cheap if you can find them, especially with ground expos nowadays. Um, out of Archer Tower range, out of Expo range, stuff like that. Minions are awesome. They do take some time though, so like the ones down here, set it up in advance in order to it to be done by the time you need it. The queen goes ahead and does her own stuff, and because the funneling on the right side was done by the minions, she's going to go ahead and walk to the left here. Poisons come down for the clan castle. Rages them up, which I'm not sure was totally necessary because of all the minions. If the baby drag got raged, not sure. And let's see here. Queen keeps walking, clearing out some buildings. And down come the Valkyries. And like we talked about, because the funnel was nice, everything, the Valkyries just beat through the wall. No golem necessary. This one was a bit more dominating, so you can kind of see how extra troops help. Valks go in, hogs come in on the side, they head through the core. Another jump spell to lead to the queen compartment. Boom, heal spell to meet them all right there. Tesla farm, more hogs in on the side, and everything finishes in the queen compartment. He's got, probably looks like 5 or 6 Valkyries, probably 8 or so hogs, I don't know. Very dominating by Jim. And that's the power, too, of the closed queen walk. You guys can watch it again. But queen walks are awesome, and then if you lead that where the kill squad passes underneath kind of the queen's healers, they'll switch targets to the larger group, and then it minimizes your need for heal spells later on. Alright, so those were 3 examples of Archer Queen walks with funneling. So now we're going to do a couple examples of wide funneling, as I like to call it, where you just you basically clear out one side of the base and kind of delayed entry. So down come very nice quakes in the core. And where are the golems? 1, 2, 3 golems come down to tank all of the point defenses. So he's got a couple minions, a couple wizards everywhere working. Drops his queen in the middle. And then what's really cool is he's patient. And a lot of these wizards then take out the like cannon right there. They take out this archer tower. And so because he created such a wide funnel, the only thing is, closest thing is that cannon way down there and the army camp up there. So the Valkyries just head straight into the base. And because it was so delayed, the golems were able to pull the clan castle instead of the Valkyries. But because it was a golem, he had to heal there for the golem explode. And then they head into the base there. Heal spell waiting for the Valkyries. They take a bunch of damage there. Baby Dragon off on the left, going to do its own thing because all the air defenses are down. So nice loons come in for all of the air targeting stuff, the archer towers, the wizard towers. Baby Dragon doing work there. And you can see that finishes up. So that's the delay. That's the wide funnel. If you have to delay your golems because of not so much a golem CC, it's probably not necessary, but with a more deadly CC like baby dragon, stuff like that, regular dragon, and you need to delay your Valkyries quite a bit, you need a much larger funnel because you have to hold on to them longer. Finally, for oh nope, wrong replay. Well, I'm going to show that one, but I suck at reading my own writing. So here comes TB's hit on 12, and this one that I really liked. Pause it real quick here. So one golem, two golems come down, and as you can see, TB started at the outside and worked his way in. So the minions are working down here, these wizards here, and then this wizard is working on the army camp. Nothing is in the center yet. And the wizards, while the golems tank, naturally work their way towards where he wants everything to converge. Wall breakers come down, and all of those wizards that were used for funneling are now able to make it into the base and join the kill squad. So if you can, start from the flanks of your funnel and work your way in. If you just drop a wall of wizards in a line, they're going to take everything out at the same time, and then they're all just going to step forward. But if you start at the flanks to the far left and the far right, and then work your way forward, oftentimes those wizards will then become a part of your kill squad and enter the base. For the actual part of this attack, TB managed to get 3 air defenses, which was extremely impressive and actually part of the problem as to why he didn't 3-star. Ended up with 2 hounds, completely unpopped, and just used a bunch of loons for cleanup, which was kind of slow. And everybody knows loons aren't the best for cleanup, so he ends up with that 99% 2-star, which is very sad and very tragic. But on the funneling there, like I said, start the flanks, move your way in. Good effort though on that one, TB. I liked it. Alright, back to 14. Hit by TB again, where you got some justice here. And a quick note on this one before I actually show it. This base was literally divided in half. So a lot of times when you're planning any attack for a base, you're usually dividing the base into sections, quarters, halves, whatever it is. So this is a good example of where one part of the base, a kill squad was used to take out one part, and then you're doing something else in the other part. So this is a gross, like, physical example of what you do. But down come the golems again, minions used to funnel, nice and easy, creating a really, really wide funnel. Wall breaks in, and when he drops the king, he drops a couple wizards, I forget. No, it looks like just heroes. They just head straight to the base because a nice wide funnel was created. And so there you go. So that's all we're going to show on that one. It's just the funnel effect. He ends up getting the 3-star. I might show that in a different video. I don't know yet. Alright, on to breadcrumb funneling, where you leave a couple of buildings up. It's a much smaller, much quicker funnel, and we'll see how that works here. Kit's going to show us. So this golem comes down to the far left to attract the fire of all the defenses, and then another one comes down that's going to head into the base. Unfortunately, misdropped a wizard there and got sniped. But as you can see, let's see, when do the Valkyries come down? The Valkyries come down right now. And really, that jump spell's there, this building, and that. So it's really not a very wide funnel. The Valkyries head to that cannon, and then they head into the base. So, pretty small funnel, but breadcrumb. The Valks just followed that and went in. And as you can see, because of the smaller funnel, that the Valkyries destroyed the breadcrumbs on their way in, got them to go in, but it caused the king to walk over here. So it's a very fast, very quick funnel, but if you delay drop troops too slowly, some of them will walk. So, kind of pros and cons to each. He had to invest far less troops compared to like the one that Biscuit did, but your chances of troops walking do increase. So we're just going to speed through this here. Gets kind of close at the end here. Wizards, Queen, ability. There you go. That's the attack. Totally swag 2 poisons. The last 3-star that we're going to show is on 15 here. Trying to wrap this up. Don't want to keep these recaps too long. Let's see. Quake comes down. Oh yes, I remember this one. So this is a stone entry, which we don't see too often. And this is kind of that wall of wizards came down so that they kill everything at the same time and they move in. But the couple where the storage got left up, everything around it had far less hit points compared to the storage. So the king and a couple more wizards aggroed onto that storage, and then they walk into the base. The funnel really wasn't that wide, especially for coming in on a corner. It's kind of risky sometimes, but there you go. A lot of DPS in the beginning, and got a good push with his golems. Cleared out both double giant bomb set, which were both on that corner, so kind of bad base design. And then just like old school straight go, which is kind of uncommon nowadays, but Snake Eyes crushed it and made it work here. They just walk their way around the base, and he heals them as they walk around. Kind of reminiscent of some Town Hall 8 stuff that works better there, not so much at 9 anymore. And then the cleanup. So good job to Snake Eyes there. Alright, the last replay that we're going to show is not a 3-star. It is my attack on number 1. And before we launch into this, because this is a very, very quick attack, as I said in the beginning, the purpose of funneling is to make troops go where you want to. So the purpose of this base, or how this base is designed, is to keep everything in this channel going around in a giant ring. And so it's either a super high percent 1-star, or you clear the whole ring, everything heads in the Town Hall, and you get a 3-star. And as a Town Hall 10, it's exceptionally rough to do this. So fortunately for me, I don't know if I can see it in a replay. No, there's a hole in the base. So I drop a golem into the hole to aggro every single defense, rage to the left, rage to the right, and I drop a boatload of Valks into that hole who clear everything out extremely quickly. To the left, to the right, couple loons come in to take out some defenses. A couple Valks did get to go in. There we go. There's the king that I dropped in the hole. He was my test one. Ultimately, I wanted my queen to take out the town hall, but I dropped the king there to test and see if enough stuff was cleared out to head to the town hall. But there wasn't. So he came down, waited a little bit more for some stuff to clear out. The minions, the Valkyries, they finish off some of those buildings. And then finally, once quite a bit is cleared out and it was safe, I dropped my queen, and she had nowhere to go but straight to the town hall. And I picked up the 2-star there. So, funneling in a slightly different manner. Like I said, most of the time funneling is used to enter the base, but funneling is just used to get your troops where you want them to go. Let me know how you guys thought of this, and if you guys have any ideas for future themes for war recaps, I'm totally open to any suggestions, ideas. Put them in the comment below, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.